If you're thinking about starting an Amazon side hustle, stop what you're doing and listen. Before you place your first order, before you pick a niche, and before you even think about launching, there are 3 brutal truths you need to understand. These are the realities no guru will tell you, and ignoring them will cost you thousands. Hi, my name is David Obelander. I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller and e-commerce consultant, and I've launched multiple brands, managed thousands of SKUs across different marketplaces, and helped dozens of sellers avoid these mistakes I'm about to share. My goal is simple: give you the truth, not the hype, so you can decide whether selling on Amazon is really for you. Let's be honest, selling on Amazon is not the passive income fairy tale you see online. It's a real business. It takes real capital, carries real risk, and you're competing against some of the most aggressive sellers in the world. But if you understand these 3 brutal truths from day one, you'll know exactly what you're walking into and how to prepare for it. Let's get into brutal truth number 1. Brutal truth number 1. You need more capital than you think. The first brutal truth is that it takes way more money to start selling on Amazon than most people realize. Let me show you a simple example so you understand how numbers actually works. Let's say your product costs $10 per unit, and you expect to sell 1,000 units per month. Pretty normal goal, but that means you will need at least 3 months of inventory just to stay in stock. That's 3,000 units times $10, which is $30,000 in product costs alone. Here's how the cash flow actually works. Month 0, your first production run. You place your first order of 1,000 units. That's a $10,000 cost. Now you're $10,000 in the hole and you haven't even sold anything yet. It's month 1, you start selling. Your first 1,000 units arrive and you start selling. But because you expect to sell another 1,000 units the month after, you already need to place the next production order right on day 1 so you don't run out of stock in month 2. That's another $10,000 spent, and total spend so far is $20,000. And you've actually received $0 because you haven't started yet and Amazon hasn't paid you anything. Month 2, inventory is almost gone, but still no payout. You've sold your first 1,000 units, but Amazon holds a large portion of your payments called deferred transactions in case of customer returns. In addition, as a new seller, your payout is only every 2 weeks. So realistically, you won't see a single dollar until about a month after your first sale. But now you need to reorder again in preparation for month 3, so you spend another $10,000. Where are we now? Before you even see your first real payout, you've already paid for month 1, 2, and 3's inventory. That's $10,000 times 3, which is $30,000 out of pocket. And this is where most new sellers fail. They launch a product, they sell out, and they're shocked that they don't have the cash to reorder. It's not because the product is bad, it's because they underestimate the capital required to stay in stock. My recommendation: before launching a product, plan to have 3 months of inventory in cash ready to deploy. And this is even before considering shipping costs, FBA fees, or advertising, all of which will raise your capital requirements even higher. If you don't have enough runway, Amazon will drain your cash before you even get any momentum going. Brutal truth number 2. The fees are everywhere and your margins will be smaller than you think. Brutal truth number 2 is Amazon will take a piece of your business at every step of the process. And if you don't fully understand every fee involved, you're going to think you're making money when you're actually breaking even, or worse, losing money. People look at the product on Alibaba for $10 and think, great, I'll sell it for $20 on Amazon and double my money. But that's not how Amazon works. Let me walk you through all the fees that hit your product before you ever see a dollar of profit. To make the math simple, let's use the example of a product that costs you $10 and you plan to sell it for $20 on Amazon. The first fee is logistics, which is from your supplier to Amazon FBA. Before your product even gets to Amazon, you need to ship it there. The shipment fee is a lump sum that you'll have to amortize into every unit. The more you ship, the lower your product shipping costs will be. Since we're only starting out, let's say it costs about 50 cents per unit to ship. Fee number 2, Amazon placement fees. If you're shipping from overseas, or if you don't have the shipping volume to ship 5 export cartons to 5 different fulfillment centers, Amazon will charge a placement fee. This is a fee Amazon charges you for distribution of your products nationwide so your orders are Prime eligible. For our case study, let's just say that it's around 30 cents per unit until you have enough volume to ship to multiple fulfillment centers yourself. Fee number 3, Amazon referral fee. This is Amazon's commission for letting you sell on their platform. It ranges from 7 to 15% of your selling price. Since the majority of the categories default to 15%, we'll use that percentage as the example. For a $20 item, that's $3 right off the top. Fee number 4, that's the FBA fulfillment fee. This is the cost for Amazon to pick, pack, and ship your product. Again, it varies based on the size and weight of your product, but for our case study of a small consumer electronic item, you're looking at about $4 per unit. Fee number 5, advertising, or Amazon ads. You will not rank without ads, period. If you're extremely efficient, expect an allocation of at least 5% of revenue to go towards sponsored ads. That means on a $20 sale, that's a $1 fee allocated to advertising. Fee number 6, returns, and that is Amazon return abuse. This is the part most sellers don't account for. Amazon has the highest return rate in e-commerce. In my experience, this is typically 5%, but some categories go as far as 10%. If we assume a 5% spoilage rate, that's another 50 cents per unit lost to returns, refunds, and disposal fees. Alright, now let's do the math. You sold your product for $20. Here's what Amazon quietly takes from you on that one sale. 50 cents goes to shipping to FBA, 30 cents goes to placement fees, $3 goes to referral fees, $4 goes to FBA fulfillment, $1 is allocated to ads, and 50 cents is budgeted for returns. That leaves you with $10.70, which is $20 minus 9.3. But remember, your product costs $10 to make, so after everything, you're left with only 70 cents. That's less than $1. And that's assuming your ads are efficient, your returns are low, and you have no other unexpected costs. The reality is that this is why Amazon's margin is so tight. On the outside, it looks like you're doubling your money, but once you add in all the Amazon fees and the cost of selling, the real profit can shrink down to just pennies. This is why professional Amazon sellers obsess over cost structure and optimize their ad spend and negotiate hard with their suppliers, because every dollar truly counts. Brutal truth number 3, Amazon is hyper competitive and your competition is watching you. Brutal truth number 3 is that Amazon is one of the most, if not the most, competitive e-commerce marketplace in the world. The moment you gain ground, someone is watching and ready to copy you. The days of finding something on Alibaba, slapping a logo on it, and magically making sales just because you listed on Amazon are completely over. Here's the reality. China dominates the platform. 75% of new sellers come from China, with 50% of third-party sellers are based in China. That means almost every product you can think of, every commodity, every niche, every gadget, most likely has dozens of sellers offering nearly the exact same thing under different brand names. And when you have that many sellers selling the same product, one thing always happens. It's a race to the bottom. Whoever can survive on the lowest margin wins the price war. Now consider this. The average worker in China earns around $1,000 a month. Their cost of living, labor, shipping, and overhead are completely different from yours. You cannot beat them in the price war. It simply is not possible. So if your Amazon strategy is buy something cheap on Alibaba and sell it on Amazon, you're walking into a fight you've already lost. Oh, but wait. If you think you found a new product that no one is selling on Amazon yet, think again. There are companies that develop software tools in China to scrape Amazon 24/7 looking for new products that are ranking. The moment your product gets traction, they know. The moment your keyword rank climbs, they know. And once they know, they will copy. There's a saying in China, it's better to be second, because the second mover doesn't pay for R&D, doesn't have to pay for market analysis or awareness campaigns. They just want to be second to copy the winning idea, undercut the price, and then flood the market to reap the spoils. Unless you have a patent, ideally a utility patent, expect knockoffs in 6 to 12 months if your product performs well. This is one of the brutal truths most sellers never consider. These are 3 brutal truths about selling on Amazon. They are the realities I share with anyone who asks me whether Amazon is still worth it. Success is possible, but only if you understand what you're walking into and prepare properly. In the next video, I'll break down the 3 things you absolutely must do if you want to survive and succeed on Amazon today. So make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.